Hello, this is Tristan Autry. In this video, I will be talking about Naguib Mahfouz, an Egyptian novelist. How it began. Naguib Mahfouz, the Nobel Prize-winning Egyptian novelist, was born and raised in the Old Quarter of Cairo. He was born and lived from 1911 to 2006. He received a degree in philosophy from Cairo University. His first publications were in 1934. His first works were short stories and articles on the history and ideas of philosophy. He worked for the Egyptian Civil Service. His last position with them was as a consultant on cultural affairs to the Ministry of Culture. He retired from this position in 1972. A timeline of some of his publications. His career started as a historic fiction novelist. Between 1939 and 1942, he published 3 novels in this genre, the first being A Mockery of Fate in 1939. He used these writings as a way to criticize the leadership of Egypt. Specifically, he used these novels to criticize the tyranny of King Farouk of Egypt. He then shifted to publishing realistic novels, one in 1945 and another in 1947, which is arguably his most popular, Naguib Ali. Ali is one of his most significant novels, and it shows the changes of Egyptian society through lives and interactions of people living in the alley. Pieces of major impact. His Ali novel from 1947 was said gives a vivid picture of the sights, sounds, and smell of the alley, and that he paints a gallery of colorful characters. It was based from 1941 to 1945. The novel reflects the divide between two worlds, the traditional and the modern. His works were held by the Swedish Academy of Letters as an Arabian narrative that applied to all of mankind. He then went on to write a trilogy. This trilogy deals with 3 different generations, capturing the growth of the nationalist movement along with the Egyptian Revolution, and also involves just before the end of the Second World War. It really shows just how much the country changed in such a short period of time. This trilogy describes in detail the day-to-day life and important historical events such as the struggle of the nation's independence from British rule, along with describing the impacts of Western influence on the pressures of life on the people of the city. He then shifted his writing after taking a short break, 2 of these writings being The Thief and the Dog and The Autumn Quail. These 2 pieces represented a new period for him, where instead of outwardly criticizing, he shifted to a more concealed political judgment using allegories and symbolism. In short, this author had major impacts on not only the Arab world, but the literary world in whole, and his pieces are still being admired today. Thank you.